さあバックを取っているのは伊沢聖華。おお、しまっている。
She doesn't fight like a human being. That's the first thing that unsettles people, even if they can't quite explain why. There's no emotion on her face, no wasted movement in her body, no visible hesitation when danger closes in. Every action arrives on time, every reaction feels preloaded, and the moment she touches you, you're already late. The mistake has already happened. You just haven't realized it yet. She moves the way a video game character does. Perfect spacing, calculated distance, surgical timing. Think Chun-Li, that cold precision, that sense that the outcome was decided before the exchange even began. But this isn't a game. There's no reset button here. This is real pain, real pressure, real consequences. And standing at the center of it all is Seika Isizawa. 18 fights, 18 wins, 0 losses, no controversy, no shortcuts, no lucky breaks, just control, over and over again. The most dominant female fighter in the world that almost nobody is talking about yet. This is Knockout Legends, and by the end of this story, you'll understand why Dana White is watching her closely, why there's quiet discussion about building an entire division just to bring her into the UFC, and why most fans still have no idea what's coming. The most dangerous thing about Seika Isizawa isn't how hard she hits or how fast she finishes fights. It's that people don't realize they're losing until they're already trapped. By the time the realization hits, there's nothing left they can do. She was born on November 1st, 1997, in Utsunomiya, a quiet city north of Tokyo. No famous fighters in the family, no martial arts legacy waiting for her. Just 3 brothers, 1 sister, and a household full of constant fighting. Her mother didn't punish them. She didn't yell. She made a decision. She enrolled them all in judo. While other kids were playing outside, Seika was learning how to fall without fear, how to grip without panic, how to control another body without brute strength. She learned balance before aggression, patience before power. Her father noticed something special early on and introduced her to wrestling while she was still in elementary school. By 6th grade, Seika Isizawa was already a national wrestling champion at the junior high level and a top 3 competitor in national judo. And here's what matters most. She wasn't the strongest kid in the room. She wasn't the fastest or the most explosive. She was the most precise, the most efficient, the most aware. At university, while studying to become a teacher, she added yet another discipline to her foundation: sumo, ultra lightweight category, 2nd place nationally, judo, wrestling, sumo. 3 systems built around control, leverage, and inevitability. She didn't grow up learning how to win fights. She grew up learning how to remove choices. That philosophy followed her into MMA. December 31st, 2021. Saitama Super Arena, the biggest stage in Japanese MMA. Ayaka Hamasaki, the reigning atomweight champion, a proven finisher, a legend of the division, stood across from Seika Isizawa. Hamasaki was 23-4. Isizawa was 4-0, a newcomer who had been training MMA for barely a year and a half. 93% of fans picked Hamasaki to win, and honestly, they had every reason to. Hamasaki did what she always does. She pressed forward, attacked relentlessly, hunted for the knockout that built her reputation. Isizawa didn't rush. She absorbed the pressure. She studied. Look at her eyes during that fight. No fear, no flinch, no emotional response. She wasn't surviving. She was collecting data. By the 2nd round, Hamasaki believed she was winning simply because she was moving forward. But Isizawa had already seen everything she needed. She entered the clinch, executed the takedown, passed cleanly to side control like it had been rehearsed 1,000 times, and finished the fight with elbows and punches from the top. TKO, 2nd round. No scramble, no chaos, no escape. The 93% were wrong. Then came a different kind of opponent. Seiwoo Park, technical, patient, willing to take the fight the full 15 minutes. Most grapplers panic when they can't get the takedown early. Isizawa didn't. She adapted. The pressure shifted. She became the one moving forward. She dictated the pace. She chose when the fight advanced. Even when she attacks, there's no rush, no frustration, just hunting patience. She looks for the smallest mistake, a misplaced foot, a slightly open guard, a half-second hesitation. And when it appears, she doesn't force it. She doesn't chase it. She takes it, clean, final. She adapts to aggressive fighters. She adapts to patient ones. But what happens when she faces something completely different? What happens when she faces a legend? December 31st, 2023, New Year's Eve, Saitama Super Arena, Miyu Yamamoto, 3-time World Wrestling Champion, sister of the legendary Kid Yamamoto, a pioneer of women's wrestling in Japan. 49 years old, retirement fight, one last moment under the lights. On paper, it looks simple. Isizawa was 11-0. Yamamoto was 6-7 and hadn't won since 2019. But paper doesn't measure decades of mat time. It doesn't count world titles earned before your opponent was even born. In the first round, Isizawa pulled guard and locked in a guillotine. Tight. Dangerous. The kind that ends fights quickly. Most fighters tap there. Yamamoto didn't. She defended. She escaped. 5 full minutes of Isizawa hunting for the finish, and the legend refused to break. 37 seconds into the second round, Yamamoto shot for a takedown. That's when Isizawa reminded everyone why she's different. She caught the neck, spun to the back, and sank the rear naked choke. Yamamoto tapped. Career over. Legacy sealed. Isizawa didn't celebrate. She bowed. She understood exactly what she had just done. She didn't just beat a fighter. She closed an era. And someone else was watching. September 29th, 2024. Saitama Super Arena, Kana Asakura. This fight carried weight that statistics can't explain. Asakura was the reason Seika Isizawa believed MMA was possible. In 2017, a 19-year-old Asakura shocked the world by choking out Rina Kubota to win the RIZIN Grand Prix. Isizawa watched that moment and thought, if she can do it, so can I. Now the student stood across from the inspiration. Asakura was a pioneer, a veteran. 20 wins, 7 losses, 27 fights of experience. Isizawa was 13-0, the new era, the machine. From the opening bell, Isizawa hunted. Pressure, takedown, guillotine. This is usually where it ends. But Asakura didn't tap. She survived. She escaped. She kept moving. 5 minutes passed. No finish. For the first time in a long time, Isizawa had to think. The second round turned brutal. Isizawa trapped Asakura against the corner post. Punch after punch, then the north-south choke. The same choke that has ended careers. 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds of suffocation. And somehow, Asakura escaped. The crowd erupted, not because Isizawa failed, but because they had just seen something no one had ever seen before. Someone surviving the ghost. The final round was pure tension. Takedowns stuffed. Armbars defended. Guillotines escaped. Isizawa was doing everything right. Perfect technique, perfect transitions. And Asakura kept finding answers. With 30 seconds left, Asakura stood over the undefeated champion and stomped her face. Not to win, not to finish. Just to say, I'm still here. The bell rang. Unanimous decision. Isizawa moves to 14-0. But for the first time in 5 fights, the machine didn't shut the lights off. After the fight, there was no satisfaction on her face. Almost frustration. She admitted it herself. She wanted the finish. That's her most dangerous trait. 18 fights, 18 wins, 10 submissions, 1 TKO, 7 decisions, armbar, guillotine, triangle, rear naked choke, ninja choke, arm triangle. She doesn't specialize in one submission. She erases options. Her opponents don't tap because of unbearable damage. They tap because there's nowhere left to go. In a sport where noise sells, Seika Isizawa is quiet. No trash talk, no theatrics. After submitting stars, she says thank you and goes back to work. In her free time, she reads manga. Violence sells when it's loud. This kind of dominance gets ignored, but that's changing. When Dana White was asked about her in December 2024, his answer was simple. He's interested. There's talk of cultivating talent in Asia, maybe even creating a division just for fighters like her. Her response said everything. No arrogance, just honesty. She wants to be the biggest obstacle for the next generation for the next 10 to 15 years. She wants them to try to surpass her. And that's the question now. Not if she reaches the biggest stage in the world, but when. Because when that moment comes, people won't be ready. By the time they notice her, the fight will already be over. Some fighters scare you, others erase you. Don't let the smile fool you. Behind it is the most dangerous woman you've never heard of. If you enjoyed this video, we release 2 stories every week. Subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next, and let us know in the comments who you think is brave enough to challenge Seika Isizawa.
I'm happy I won. I need to keep improving. Thank you for your support. That's it.